So, Suhas, Chandrapur is a magical place. So, what inspired you to create this enchanted city?
Chandrapur is a really magical and beautiful place. I accept that.
If you had one magical power, Suhas, to help people around you,
I think the power would be healing touch because if someone gets hurt in a fight or accidentally, I will heal them with my touch.
one word to describe your book.
Magical.
Magical. Favorite magical creature.
Talking dogs.
Writing snack. Will it be a chocolate or chips?
Will be chocolate.
One word for your Bookalooza experience.
I would say awesome.
Welcome to Star Author Podcast brought to you by Bookalooza, where young voices write bold stories. Today's guest takes us on a magical adventure to a city where impossible feels real and every corner holds a secret. His book, Satya, An Enchanted City, is bustling with imagination, heart, and wonder. So let's welcome brilliant young author Suhas. Suhas, we are thrilled to have you with us today. Without wasting any time, let's just dive in. So, can you tell us about your book, Adventure on Bookalooza?
My adventure on Bookalooza went very well and smooth. There were lots of colorful themes, and each genre had a different theme, which made it engaging for the readers. There were lots of pictures and illustrations to decorate a storybook.
Okay, that's really good. So, Suhas, Chandrapur is a magical place. So, what inspired you to create this enchanted city?
Chandrapur is a really magical and beautiful place. I accept that. When the story was in progress, there was no story, there was no magic in the story. But when I made the final draft, I added some magic to it because I grew up listening to magical stories and loved them. And the story was so boring.
Okay, that's interesting. And if you could visit Chandrapur for a day, what's the first magical thing you would want to do?
The first magical thing I would want to do is fly around Chandrapur and show the beauties of Chandrapur to my friends.
That sounds really fun, flying all around Chandrapur for a day. So, there were glowing flowers, self mending houses, and even talking animals. So, which magical element is your favorite and why?
My favorite magical element in the story is crystal flight for a very funny reason. Because the crystal flight always tells us the truth. So if my friends or siblings try to lie to me, I'll just use the stone to know the truth. I don't trust my friends
You don't. Why so?
because they lie so much and like have to like so hard to figure out the truth.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. It happens. We can't trust anybody nowadays. So, Satya is such a cool name. You would agree with it. So, how did
Yeah.
you come up with this character? And do you see a little bit of yourself in him?
The hero in my story, Satya, got the name because I always believe that truth always wins in any situation. Yes, I do see a bit of him in me because I love to be around my friends and I like to solve problems when they get serious.
Okay. So, what was the most fun part about writing this story, and what part made you go like, this is tricky?
The most fun part about writing the story is when Prada, Aryan and Jayasuriya brought back Satya to the world because it was like a moment of friendship and whenever I used to think about it, I would like go like awe. And the trickiest part about the story is including Satya's powers in the story. I had to think a lot about the situations when he discovered the powers.
Okay. So every enchanted place has a secret role and has a secret rule in it. So if Chandrapur had one silly or say surprising rule, what would it be?
I know this is brutal and sad, but this rule would be no outsiders allowed. Because if someone comes to Chandrapur again with the intention of destroying the magic, it would be very hard to find people like Satya and to revive the magic, of course.
That is a very thoughtful rule that you thought of. Very nice. So now, time for a magic objective challenge. I'll name a
Okay.
regular thing and you tell us how it would behave in Chandrapur, okay? So let's say a school bag.
Uh, I think the best would be if you it would not get heavy no matter how many books you put, and it will automatically set according to the timetable.
Okay. And a bicycle.
When you get tired, it will start to pedal itself. It's a really
That
useful
is
one.
very okay. And a pair of socks.
When you snap your fingers like this, it should be worn on your fingers like feet.
Okay. Just with a click and it's
Yes,
done. Okay, that's
yes.
nice. So, if you had one magical power, Suhas, to help people around you, what would that be, and how will you choose it?
I think the power would be healing touch because if someone gets hurt in a fight or accidentally, I will heal them with my touch.
Okay, that is a very kind and noble magic power you chose. That with a touch you have healed someone's wound. That is very nice. So, what message do you want readers to remember after they finish your book?
I want the readers to remember that if someone helps in your success and they like took care of you when in your hardships, you should protect them when they are in danger. Like taking care of them.
Perfect. And I wanted to ask you that Satya and the Enchanted City. It is such a dreamy title. So, what was the idea behind this title? How did you come up with this?
The idea of the title was that you know that Satya was protecting the Chandrapur from so much damage. So that's why I put the name as Satya and the Enchanted City. It tells us that Satya and Chandrapur have a deep relation with each other. That's why I put the title.
Okay, okay, perfect. So, what's something totally random and fun about you that most people don't know?
I love playing volleyball, but
Okay,
I'm still bad at it.
okay, that's not a problem if you
I'm
love
still
it.
learning.
That's
I'm learning.
nice. Okay, that's perfect. So, Suhas, let's move on to our next round, which is rapid fire round. And you have to answer in one word, okay? Let's just get to know more about you apart from
Okay.
your story, okay? And
Okay,
let's
fine.
make
I'm
it
ready.
as interesting as we can, okay?
Okay,
So, one word to describe your book.
magical.
Magical. Favorite magical creature.
Talking dogs.
What will he talk to you about?
They'll talk about how we can be with them, how we can play with them, and like animals really need to talk. They suffer a lot because they cannot express themselves. So I think giving them the ability to talk is good.
That's very sweet of you. And writing snack, will it be a chocolate or chips?
It'll be chocolate.
It will be a chocolate, okay. So you are
Because if I
the most sweet dishes or spicy?
I really like spicy dishes.
Okay. And daydreaming or plotting things out?
Daydreaming.
Okay. If your book had a theme song, what would it be?
There is this one song that went viral once, and the name is Welcome to Wonderland, and it's really good. And it's very magical and all.
Okay. And magic wand or talking animal sidekick?
Magical one.
Okay. And what magic would you want to perform with that wand?
Probably telekinesis.
Okay. And one emoji for Chandrapur.
Chandrapur, like there's a emoji called the tree. There's a tree emoji. I would like to choose that because it's very beautiful. It has many trees and all.
Okay. And coolest thing about being an author.
The coolest thing about being an author is you become recognized among your friends, and they really look up to you and they think of writing a book.
Okay. And Suhas, one word for your Bookalooza experience.
I would say awesome.
Okay, that is a very great thing that you had such a good experience with us. And Suhas, your story reminds us that magic isn't just found in spells and sparkles, it's found in courage, wonder, and power of imagination, of course. So, thank you so much for taking us on this incredible journey to Chandrapur and for inspiring young writers to dream big and write bolder. So, to all our listeners, don't miss Satya and the Enchanted City, which is now available on Bookstore of Bookalooza, and the link of the book will be given in the description box below. And remember that you have a story too, so pick up your pen and laptop and let the adventure begin. So, keep imagining, keep writing, and we will see you on the next time on Star Author Podcast. Thank you so much.
Bye, man.